Hello, welcome to a video guide on how to run Big Rad Town. So at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and show you on the map how to find Big Rad Town in case you're newer to Rust. And I'll give you a general discussion on what it's like running Big Rad Town. But first, I just want to go ahead and take you through on a suicide run. Basically, how do you run through Big Rad Town if you don't already have, rad gear and that sort of thing? How can you run through and get a quick amount of loot? And so I'll show you how to find it after the video, but here I'll go ahead and just start running through this. I brought arrows. One thing you'll need if you want to do a suicide run is that you'll definitely need a sleeping bag. You'll notice I'm going to come through the side entrance, and I'll help you find that in the map afterwards. But basically, in Big Rad Town, there are 4 of what we call double stacks. These are these buildings that have loot on the bottom and loot on the top. And so there will always be 2 on the bottom. Here you take once you go in one of these rooms, you turn left and you get those 2, and then you come to the top and you get the 2 in the top. You just work through this very quickly because obviously I'm being irradiated every second that I'm here. You're going to notice there's 4 total buildings. I'm only going to go in 3 of them. And so here I hit the one on the entrance in the back, and then I hit the one in the front. Hit the bottom, then hit the top. And so you hit the back, there's the back right, the front right. I'm going to skip the front left. So I'm going around this because this is a high radiation zone. So I'm actually going around, taking this left, and I'm coming to the one that's kind of hidden behind it. So these things are kind of in a maze, so that's kind of the advantage of watching this video. You'll hit your loot. You'll notice that I am dying from radiation. I'm kind of on a timer, but this is why I brought my sleeping bag, which you'll see in a second. So I'll hit here, I hit the back one. So I'm going to hit here on the right, and then I'm going to backtrack to the left. I'm going to hit these back loot. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to throw away some stone. Can't actually see my health because someone just popped on Steam. Hit these 2 in the back. Okay, so I'm about done. So I'm gonna hit my sleeping bag, stand on top of the sleeping bag, wait to die, then respawn to your sleeping bag. This will reset your radiation. Go ahead and keep looting. It's got some rad pants. So when you're doing these suicide runs, you're hoping to get the rad gear, because once you have your rad gear, you can do a full run, and you can actually permanently just stay. If you have a full set of rad gear, you can permanently stay inside of the Big Rad Town, and you can get quite a bit more loot. In fact, you can actually run this loop in like non-stop. By the time you finish hitting all of the different loot spots, the old ones start to respawn, and so you can almost nearly just do a full loop and just non-stop loop. So here I'm grabbing all of my stuff. I mean, you might need to be selective at a certain point. Paper does nothing. Probably have more arrows than I need. Take that ammo. I do want the silencer. Don't need 2 or 3 bows. Okay, so here, I typically, if you're doing a suicide run, I wouldn't bother getting these 2 out here. There's also another one that's on the opposite side of this compound that I'm not going to bother with. And like I said, I completely skipped one of the buildings just because the radiation is too high. But here, so I'm going to exit the way I came, which was from the first 2 double stacks. You go from the front to the back, and then you just head out in the back. I recommend this entrance because you have the most cover. People are less likely to actually see you coming in this entrance. You can see all these trees. I mean, it's actually very hard to see someone coming in